Andrea Caamano shockingly reveals that HAZ and Meg are not legally husband and wife. He calls her mom when they are together. Hello friends, and welcome to the breaking royal news about the notorious hypocritical couple, Harry and Meghan Markle, on our Kate Middleton and the Queen News version 2 channel. Harry's book was discussed earlier this month by Andrea Caamano and Emmy Griffiths, presenters of Hello Magazine's A Right Royal podcast. The royal journalist did not disagree with Ms. Caamano's companion, who said, "The only thing I can take away from this is that Meghan has 3 children," during a chat the two women had. Prince Harry was completely open about his experiences, both inside and outside of the royal family, in his autobiography. The Duke of Sussex shared unheard of levels of personal information, including feelings, events, and opinions. At one point, Harry recalled how his wife, Meghan Markle, gave birth to their son Archie. He acknowledged taking many penetrating hits of laughing gas, which prompted several pundits to criticize him for his admission. "Harry took all the laughing gas for me, and that is a red line," Caamano said. "Just not funny, that." Harry mentioned Meghan going into labour with Archie in May 2019 in the book Spare. "Meg was so composed," he noted, "and I felt at ease. I could improve my calm in 2 different ways. One was Nando's chicken that our security delivered, and 2, a laughing gas canister next to Meg's bed. I received many slow, piercing blows." Meg giggled and rolled her eyes as she bounced on a huge purple ball, a tried and true method for encouraging nature. "I received additional blows. I started to bounce now too, as her contractions accelerated and became really intense. There was none left when a nurse tried to give Meg some laughing gas." There is no way Harry would have been allowed to access the laughing gas, nor me to bounce unsupervised while in labour, nor for them to have food delivered in the room. Caamano goes on to say that this whole story is another total fiction, as is the remains of the so-called miscarriage being removed from the hospital and buried by Harry with his bare hands. Laughing gas is the oldest analgesic and is used especially in the United Kingdom, Australia and Finland, and celebrating a comeback during labour as a painkiller in other countries such as the United States of America. It is given in a 50-50 mix and leaves the bloodstream quite quickly. But, as with all analgesics, it is still a drug and not a laughing matter. Neither Meghan nor Harry seems to take things seriously or act as responsible adults. As with a lot of medicines and analgesics, the use of drugs is a given. It makes you feel euphoric and it takes away the pain. But it did not make them shut up. A pain, rarely. Does Harry think that if this was true, the public would be impressed with this laughing gas drivel? Every right-thinking mum would be pretty disgusted and thanking their lucky stars that he's not their birthing partner. I wonder if, in this context, she has reflected on what a dummy he is. Yes, I know, he demonstrates that every time he opens his whinging mouth. Ms. Caamano referred to Harry as Meghan's 3rd kid and brought up the prince's recent admissions regarding his drug usage, including his admission about smoking a joint when Meghan and Archie were sleeping. "I simply wouldn't admit it," she said. "He just gives me the impression that he is Meghan's 3rd kid. Simply put, I believe he's quite immature for someone his age and shouldn't have told us that. I could survive without being aware of those events." A 3rd child indeed. He is a spoilt, demanding little twerp. A disgrace to his family. Do not let them come over for the king's coronation. He will take all the focus away from his father's big day. They should not be allowed to come over. They will use the day to make it all about them. Other members of the royal family will be very wary of conversations being leaked to the highest bidder. Will put a real dampener on the whole occasion. One commentator said, "I guess Harry keeps the beard because he thinks it makes him look manly. He is worse than a child. He is a spiteful, pathetic, jealous, vile individual, and goaded on by her. I think the whole country is hoping the nasty pair do not attend the coronation. We know he will do something for more money, but can it be any worse than all the lies we have discovered vomiting from their mouths already?" Let's be honest, Harry has never been held responsible for anything in his life. The palace has always cleared up his mess. No wonder since meeting Meghan Markle and leaving, he has made mistake after mistake. He hasn't a clue. He has no purpose in life, certainly not clever enough to forge his own path. He needs the royal family and the press. That is what really bugs him. Besides the fact that Harry mentally still is a 12-year-old boy and has not matured in any mental shape or form, it is quite alarming that since the release of his fairy tale book, everyone, including Harry and many specialists, are glorifying the use of drugs, not taking into account the devastation these do to families around the world. From violence to robbery to gangs to murders, prostitution, addiction, deaths, debt, etc. Ms. Griffiths offered a potential explanation for Harry's unusual openness. Maybe he did this so there won't be any skeletons in the closet, she speculated. Because he said everything himself. No one will ever be able to use anything against him again. Harry acknowledged taking illicit substances like cannabis, cocaine, and magic mushrooms in his autobiography. The prince admitted to using psychedelics to cope with the passing of his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, to Anderson Cooper during his interview on 60 Minutes. "I would never advise anybody to do this for fun," he stated. "However, if you do it with the proper people and are experiencing a great deal of loss, sorrow, or trauma, these activities can act as medication." The Duke said that using drugs like psychedelics allowed him to clean the windshield, the anguish of loss. They dispelled the notion I had that I needed to cry in order to show my mother how much I missed her, he added. In reality, all she wished for was my happiness. Because he was regularly spotted having a good time and leaving nightclubs early in the morning, Harry was considered a bit of a royal rebel when he was younger. The Duke of Sussex wrote in his book about how King Charles III was portrayed in British media as a harried single dad struggling with a drug-addled youngster, adding that Harry was, of course, doing cocaine. Harry acknowledged in his book entitled Spare, "Around this period, I was doing cocaine. I was offered a line at someone's country home over a shooting weekend, and I have done a couple more subsequently. The major objective was achieved, but it wasn't much fun, and it didn't make me especially pleased as it appeared to make everyone else around me." One spectator commented saying, "Maybe I am old-fashioned, but using up all the gas ahead of your wife's needs is so incredibly selfish. Rolling a doobie and smoking when you have children, to me, is also completely unacceptable. My father was a policeman, so maybe I'm odd, but to me, it's not okay to use illegal drugs, especially around children. And being a selfish a-hole does not seem to me to be something to be boasting about. He really is an odious human being." Now, what do you think about Harry and his childish actions? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We hope you have found this video helpful. Do not forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying it. Now, thank you for watching this newsletter. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.